everyone, welcome back to Friends Still the Bookends. I'm Danielle, your resident romantic and one half of this book duo channel. Again, you're going to be getting some hopefully weekly vlogs from me until Lindsay and I get a time to really sit down and delve into the world of books together. So for now, you're just going to have to deal with me. I am filming in a room with two cats, so if you see some tails, some black, some white fur running around, it's just the cats getting up to antics. So the things that I want to hit today with the vlog is I want to go over Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. I want to open up some book boxes that I got over the past couple of months that I haven't had the energy or motivation to open. And I also want to show you guys some books that I got at this huge community yard sale that I went to this past weekend. So a lot has happened this past week. Let's just dive right in. Anxious People. What a tremendously good book. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It was so incredible and definitely met my expectations or even exceeded it in regards to Frederick Bachman's writing as well as the hype for this specific book. The reason it got a 4.5 and not a 5 is because I think I mentioned it in the last vlog I did. There were just some times where the narrator went off on a tangent and then on a side tangent and then sometimes on a side tangent before looping back to the original story. Sometimes it was just a little too much and I want to just get back to the story. So I think that would be my only argument with it. Otherwise, it was an incredible book and I really would recommend it. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up these two book boxes I have. I mentioned it in the last vlog as well. Basically, I was having one of my few good days early on in this anxious journey. So I decided to treat myself and buy a book box, which I have never bought a monthly subscription for a book box before. I don't know why. I guess I've just been too picky and trying to find the right one. But I was on Amazon and I was just looking up books and there was this romance book box monthly subscription. I will go ahead and link it down below if you are interested. I don't really know the company or anything like that. It was just a random one that I chose. And then I forgot that I had ordered it and it had delivered like 30 days later. And I was like, oh, I guess I ordered that. And then I forgot the subscription was still going. So I got a second box. So I figured, why not? I'm just going to open them both up on this video here. I've never done a book box before. Hopefully it turns out well. We're going to find out. So I'm going to go ahead and open the very first one that came. So this was technically the August box. Look at this. Cute packaging already. It says my weekend is booked. Okay, well the tissue paper doesn't really rip nicely. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I have some candy. It says Luau Dextrose candy. It just says Aloha. It looks, oh okay, she's interested in them too. It looks like they're tiny little palm tree candies. And then we have some Wildflower Seeds. So it's August. That may have to wait till next spring. Well, actually it's September, but you know what I mean. It's fall. We got a bookmark that says Welcome to Carson. And it looks like this is from author Renee Harless, Where Sweet and Sexy Collide. So I'm guessing this is some advertising for the author. I've never heard of any of these books, but I guess I'm going to have to look into them. I'm not usually a fan of bookmarks, in case you guys did not know that about me. And then I also got another advertisement little postcard. Love in Isolation series by Kennedy Fox, and then it has a little blurb on the back. Mentioned some romance authors, so I guess I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm always interested in trying to find some new romance authors because, especially when you've read so many romance books as I have, some of them can get a little repetitive. Okay, so then I have a pen with more advertising on it for Rachel Brown, Sexy Sweet Romance. I have Polished Pink Shimmer. And on the front it says, Love the Way You Kiss Me. So we're gonna give that a try. Maybe I will wear that in the next vlog. Let's see, what else do we got? I'm trying to go through all of the goodies before I get to the actual books. But I think... Oh, of course the cats are gonna want to play with all of this. Why didn't I think about that? Can you please stop? Okay, so I'm actually happily surprised because I had thought that I was only going to get one book, but it looks like I got 2 books, which is actually a good price, why can't I think of my words here? A good value. I thought I was going to have to pay this much for some trinkets in one book. So the first one we got is Cross, Courting Chaos #1 by Heather Young Nichols. Already, the front cover looks steamy. So I'm going to go ahead and read the back for you guys. It says, a sexy drummer and a rock god's daughter on tour together for the summer. What could possibly go wrong? Side note, it is filled with a whole bunch of, like, I guess the best way to describe it would be Easter basket filling, which is a little bit messy when I have cats, but that's fine. Okay. Opening for Kissing Cinder is the big break Crossroads and his band need to get to the next level. He needs to stay focused on the tour and their future, yet can't forget about the hot, sassy blonde he tried to kick out of the venue. She's the off-limits daughter of the man who can make or break them. Indy Cinderstone spends the summers acting as the unofficial photographer for Kissing Cinder and spending as much time with her father as possible. She didn't plan on falling for the opening act's drummer, Cross, nor did she expect his bandmate to have an issue with the picture she takes. When threats and intimidation don't work on her, his aggression escalates until it explodes. When your head and your heart won't listen to each other, how do you know which one to follow? Oh, this gave me chills. This is good. I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait to give it a try. I hope it's good when it has a back like this, where it is a little... Can you look at him? You need to stop messing while I'm trying to film. Please ignore that. So, I'm excited for this. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to read it, but I'm excited. Okay, and then the next book I got is Crushing by Kelly Kay, which there are some booties on the cover there. Okay, so the back says, Josh is a legend in his own mind, and Elle has no time for it. She has a job to do, and a winery hangs in the balance. Unfortunately, it's his family winery. They'll either screw up each other's lives, or end up screwing. Crushing is the story of 2 people who hate each other, but rumor has it, with enough wine, anyone can fall in love. Okay, so, first of all, Lindsay would probably love this book. In case you don't know, she loves a hate-to-love story. I sometimes like them, I sometimes hate them. It really just depends on how well they're written. So I guess we're gonna find out if I like this one. This is interesting. I can't say I've read a book that involves a winery in a while, so that's going to be interesting to see. And then the last item I got, which I didn't show you guys in the beginning, it's a magnet, and it says a 5 families reading flowchart, and then it gives me a flowchart to read, starting with Crushing, and then goes over here, and then it gives me some other recommendations based on it. So that does sound like if I like this book, it's going to give me some great recommendations on what to read next. They're all by the author Kelly Kay, so hopefully I like this one, and then I'll have some others to go ahead and read. So that was the first one. I was not a fan of the Easter basket filling. Most of these trinkets I don't necessarily have a purpose for. Like I said, this was an August box, and I got Wildflower Seeds, so I feel like that should have been for a spring box. Random candies, I probably will not end up eating. I do like the recommendations, but I don't use bookmarks, so that will pass. I guess I can never have enough pens, and hopefully this is cute, but we will give that a try. So, box 1 is done. I would say the books are really intriguing. The trinkets not so much, which that's kind of what I want in a book box, is I want an intriguing book or 2, and I also want some cute trinkets. So hopefully this second one is better. This is the September book box. This one has the exact same packaging setup And the sticker here says, it's not hoarding if it's books, which, yes, I agree with that. I 1000% agree with that. All right, here we go. So, okay, I have a single bag of chamomile tea. I'm trying to read the brand, but I can't. I guess the brand is 2 Leaves and a Bud. I do drink tea. I have especially been drinking a lot of chamomile and lavender tea to help with my anxiety, so hopefully this is good. We have, a cute little notepad. It says, throw kindness around like confetti, which that is like a tattoo I should get. So it's a cute little notepad. We got more bookmarks. So this one is advertising for Hollis Wynne. Looks like she has some promising romance books to look into. And then a bookmark for The One, which is book number 2 in Halo series, and it's by Kimberly Knight. And it gives a blurb on the back. I also got, I dropped it. I got a sticker that says, I'd rather be reading. Very true. Actually, I think it's kind of cute, so let's see if it can get to that. Pardon the glare there. We also got a thing of Smarties. I don't know about you guys. I'm more a fan of chocolate when I'm reading, not candy. But, oh, look at that. Just kidding. I got 2 Smarties. It looks like I got, well, it's a cute little pill. And then on the back it says, oh, is it going to zoom in? It's not going to zoom in. But on the back it says, books are my medicine. And it opens, and it's a pen. Okay, this is cute. I like this. This is the cutest thing I've seen. Books are my medicine. That is fantastic. We got more advertising for Janine Infante Bosco. Not sure. And then it lists a whole bunch of books that she has. So we will go ahead. Well, I'm going to have to try like a book from every author that this is recommending. Okay, so we got 2 books again, which is great. This one is called Make Sweet by Kristen Callahan, which if you've read Colleen Hoover or if you've seen a lot of her book covers, this gives me huge Colleen Hoover vibes just by the book cover. On the back it says, he was grumpy, gruff, and able to create sweetness in the most unexpected of ways. Life for Emma isn't good. The world knows her as Princess Anya on Dark Castle, but then her character gets the axe. Literally. The cherry on top is finding her boyfriend in bed with another woman. She needs a break, and sanctuary comes in the form of Rosemont, a gorgeous estate in California, promising rest and relaxation. Then she meets the owner's equally gorgeous grandson, ex-hockey player and current recluse, Lucien Osmond, and she sees her own pain and yearning reflected in his eyes. He's charming when he wants to be, but also secretive and gruff, with protective walls as thick as Emma's own. Despite a growing attraction, they avoid each other. But then there's an impromptu nighttime skinny dip, and Lucien's luscious homemade tarts and cream cakes start arriving at Emma's door, tempting her to taste life again. And trying to stay apart, they only grow closer, and their broken pieces just might fit together to make them whole. That is cute. It is also a rather thick book, which is good, because I don't want to get a book box that has like a 100-page book in it. This sounds cute. This sounds maybe a little bit of a hate to love again, so I feel like some of these might get passed off to Lindsay to try. And you cats need to get out of my box. Okay, so the other book we got is Chasing the Rules by Katherine Bibby, book 1 of the Richter series. Pardon me while I kick my cats out completely. So that is the cover. A dangerous mission will test their skills and their feelings for each other. As an employee of McBain Security and Solutions, Claire Kelly can certainly hold her own. Armed with an impressive set of covert skills, she's more than prepared to tackle any job that comes her way, except one involving Cooper Lockman. Cooper and Claire used to work together before his feelings for her sent him packing to Europe for 6 long years. but now he's back and determined to ignore the still smoldering heat that lingers between them. Their current mission? Go undercover together at a California high school to root out the mastermind behind a prostitution ring targeting young girls. The closer they get to the truth and the closer they get to each other, however, the deadlier their task becomes. As Claire and Cooper risk their lives to bring down their target, will their hearts be the final casualty? I always love a strong, independent, badass woman character, and it sounds like that's what Claire going to be. This is a very interesting setup. I can't say I have many reactions on it right now, but maybe gonna be good. You need to stop stealing my Smarties. Okay, well, again, the trinkets were okay. I feel like there could have been more trinkets for what I paid for this, but I'll live, I guess. I do plan on trying out quite a few different book boxes, so we'll see how that turns out. I'm going to go ahead and read these books. I can't say when, because I am very slow in the book reading world right now, as you may know if you've seen some of my recent vlogs. I think maybe I will push them off to be either an October or a November TBR, because I did also get some books from a yard sale that I'm going to show you guys. And I gotta pace myself. So we will see. Overall, my reaction right now of the book boxes, they're just general vibe they give to me. 5 out of 5 for book picks based off of the back summaries. 1 out of 5 for the trinkets I get. This pill pen is very cute. But I feel like there just could have been more into it. But like I said, I will post in the description of this video the link that I got it from. So if you are interested in trying it, you can certainly take a look. Or if you have some recommendations for some other book box brands that I might like or that you really like, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm always interested in giving them a try to kind of feel out the vibe of the different book boxes and hopefully find one that really fits my vibe. That is it for this portion of the vlog. I'm going to go ahead and pass you over to the next segment where I'm going to go ahead and show you some books I got at a yard sale, at many yard sales, because I spent 6 hours yard sailing this past Saturday. I absolutely love yard sailing, especially when you can get really good deals on books, and even more especially if it's a good deal on a book that was also well maintained. You know, sometimes you can go to a yard sale and it's this ratty book, and sure, you can still buy it, but I really like to be able to find those pristine books for a really good price. I'm just a huge bargain shopper, so I got quite a few of them, and I can't wait to share them with you guys. Okay, and last but not least, I do want to go ahead and show you guys the books that I got at these yard sales that I went to. Most of them are some fiction books. 2 of them are a little bit more in the positive thinking, applicable to my situation kind of books. So the first one I got is When Panic Attacks by David D. Burns, MD. Because I am currently working through anxiety attacks and panic disorder and all of that journey. Even though I do have medicine and I do have a therapist to work with, I always try and see if there are some, I don't want to say self-help books, but books out there that might be able to give me more things to try to do in the meantime. Because it's not fun to be going through this, so I'm trying to do as much as I can to help. So that is that. And then I also got A Year of Positive Thinking by Cindy Spiegel. Again, there are a lot of days that I go through this where it's hard to find a good thing that happened that day, so sometimes just having an extra reminder of positive thinking, of positive thoughts, of ways that I can find joy in each day, that's always a nice help for me. These next 2 books that I'm going to show you, I actually bought inspired by Lindsay. This first one is called Jane and the 12 Days of Christmas by Stephanie Barron. The headline at the top says Jane Austen turns sleuth in this murder mystery set over the 12 days of a Regency-era Christmas party, which I feel like this is something that Lindsay would absolutely love. So it's like detective, it's also historic, and I mean, that's like Lindsay's cup of tea right in a book. So it's in like really good condition, and I really love the cover. I can't say I've ever been a huge fan of Jane Austen, but I've never necessarily like given it a good shot. So I'm honestly debating whether to gift this to Lindsay or if this is something I might actually take a peek at myself. I was going to make it a surprise gift for Lindsay, but hey, this is a video for anyone to see, so that surprise is kind of out of the bag, but that's okay. And this next one is by Julian Fellows. It's called Belle Gravia, if I'm pronouncing that rightly. If I'm pronouncing that correctly. So it is apparently from the creator of Downton Abbey. I don't know the entire concept of it, but it sounds like it is also a historic kind of detective look. If I am understanding that correctly, there's also like passion and secrecy and all of that stuff. Maybe I'm wrong about the murder mystery part or the detective part, but it is historic drama, which I know Lindsay is a fan of. And again, it's such a beautiful cover. Also, this is a hardback, a pretty thick hardback, and I got it for like 50 cents at a yard sale, which is an incredible deal for a well-maintained hardback. So then I also got Accidentally Engaged by Mary Carter. This sounds like a very cute rom-com. From what I understand from the back of it, she is psychic, and so this one girl needs her to give a fake reading to say that she shouldn't get married to her fiance, and then the fiance is like a little dumbfounded that his fiance is kind of getting cold feet and running away and listening to a psychic, and then the psychic might have feelings for the fiance. So it sounds like it's very intricate going on there. Sounds like it's going to be quite hilarious, actually, based off of the way that the back is. So that's going to be interesting. The next one I got is Everything Everything by Nichola. This is one that I've been wanting to read for a while. I just have yet to get the chance to. I've also wanted to see the movie adaptation. So if you're unfamiliar with it, basically the main girl's name, well, I don't know her name, but she has this disease, she has a disease where she's basically allergic to the whole world. So she stays in her house, and of course there is a guy that she falls in love with. I get a lot of John Green vibes from this, where I feel like it's going to be a very tragic and heartbreaking love story. So it's probably not one I'm going to read right away, but I have been eager to read it. The next one I got was Meridian by Amber Kaiser. I got this book because I've actually read it before. I read it like 5 years ago from my local library. The brief synopsis for it is that Meridian has always been an outcast, and suddenly a car accident happens outside of her house, and she's kind of interacting with these souls or these ghosts, and that is when she is sent away to live with her aunt, and she realizes she can interact with the dead. And of course there is a purpose for it, a goal, or a thing that she is supposed to fulfill by having that power. And I remember really enjoying it 5 years ago, but I haven't read it since then, and so I feel like I want to give it a reread to see if I still enjoy it, because there are some books, like the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick, that I 100% will reread it, even though I already know what's going to happen. But I can barely remember anything that happened in this. There is also, of course, a romance that goes on in here, so excited for that. I got Ice Kissed by Amanda Hocking. She is the author of the Trill trilogy, that is Trylle. I did not realize that she had more books. I also didn't really give it a shot to see if she had more books. So it turns out this is book number 2 in the Canaan Chronicles. I'm obviously not going to start with book number 2, but I got it because I didn't even realize she had another series or chronicle or trilogy, and I really liked the Trill trilogy, so I'm very interested to see how that turns out. And lastly, I got Dangerous Lies by Becca Fitzpatrick. As I just mentioned, I'm a huge fan of the series that she did called Hush Hush. Or maybe it was called the Fallen Angels series, but either way, it very notable. I'm a huge fan of it. I believe Lindsay loves it. I've reread that series many, many times, and I never really thought to check out her other books. So when I saw this at the yard sale, I immediately had to pick it up. I actually have no idea what it's about. So I can't give you a synopsis on that one, but it's Becca Fitzpatrick, so I'm really hoping she does not lead me astray. Alright guys, well that is it for this weekly vlog. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will catch you next week. Bye!